What if I told you that the greatest boxer in history once lost everything? Not because he was defeated in the ring, but because he refused to betray his beliefs. This is the extraordinary story of Muhammad Ali, a man who fought not only the world's toughest opponents, but also injustice, racism, and fear. From a determined young boy in Louisville to becoming the most famous athlete on earth, Muhammad Ali's life was a journey of courage, sacrifice, and greatness. Muhammad Ali was born as Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17th, 1942, in Louisville. He grew up in a working class African American family during a time when racial discrimination was common in the United States. His father worked as a sign painter, while his mother was a domestic helper who cared deeply for her children. Although life was not always easy, young Cassius was energetic, confident, and full of dreams. Everything changed when he was just 12 years old. One day, his bicycle was stolen while he was visiting a local fair. Angry and determined to catch the thief, he told a local police officer that he wanted to beat up whoever had taken his bike. That officer, Joe Martin, happened to be a boxing trainer. Instead of encouraging violence, Martin suggested that the young boy should first learn how to fight properly. That unexpected meeting changed boxing history forever. Cassius quickly discovered that boxing was more than just a sport. It became his passion and purpose. He trained with incredible discipline, spending countless hours perfecting his speed, footwork, and powerful punches. Unlike many other young fighters, he believed that speed was just as important as strength. His confidence also made him stand out. Even as a teenager, he boldly predicted victories before entering the ring. His amateur boxing career was remarkable. Cassius won numerous local and national championships, building a reputation as one of America's brightest young talents. His dedication earned him a place on the United States Olympic boxing team for the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome. At just 18 years old, Cassius Clay captured the Olympic gold medal in the light heavyweight division. Standing proudly on the podium with a gold medal around his neck, he became a national hero. However, despite winning Olympic glory for his country, he still experienced racial discrimination when he returned home. Those painful experiences deeply influenced his understanding of justice and equality. After turning professional later that year, Cassius began dominating the heavyweight division. He combined lightning fast movement with unmatched confidence, often telling reporters exactly how and when he would defeat his opponents. Many critics thought he was too loud and arrogant, but fight after fight, he proved them wrong. His biggest opportunity came in 1964 when he faced the fearsome heavyweight champion, Sonny Liston. Most experts believed Liston would easily defeat the young challenger, but Cassius shocked the world with his incredible speed, skill, and fearless attitude. When Liston failed to continue after the sixth round, Cassius Clay became the new world heavyweight champion. The victory transformed him into an international superstar. Yet, this was only the beginning. Shortly after winning the title, he made a life-changing decision that would define not only his boxing career, but also his legacy forever. He announced that he had embraced Islam and changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, explaining that his new name reflected his faith and identity. After becoming the world heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali made one of the boldest decisions of his life. He announced that he had embraced Islam and would no longer answer to the name Cassius Clay. Instead, he proudly declared his new name, Muhammad Ali. Many people criticized his decision, while others refused to call him by his new name. But Ali stood firm. He believed that faith, dignity, and self-respect were more important than public approval. Just a few years later, Ali faced an even greater challenge. In 1967, during the Vietnam War, he refused to be drafted into the US military because of his religious beliefs and personal convictions. His famous words echoed around the world. "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." His decision came with a heavy price. He was stripped of his heavyweight title, banned from boxing, and lost several of the best years of his career. Many people turned against him, but Ali never backed down from what he believed was right. After years of legal battles, the United States Supreme Court eventually overturned his conviction in 1971, allowing him to return to the ring. His comeback became one of the greatest stories in sports history. Ali returned stronger than ever and took part in some of the most legendary fights boxing has ever seen. His rivalry with Joe Frazier produced unforgettable battles, including the famous Fight of the Century in 1971 and the brutal Thriller in Manila in 1975. Every fight demonstrated his incredible courage, determination, and ability to endure pain. In 1974, Ali shocked the world once again by defeating the seemingly unbeatable George Foreman in the historic Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire. Using his brilliant rope-a-dope strategy, Ali absorbed Foreman's punches before launching a stunning attack that knocked the champion out in the 8th round. The victory restored Ali as the world heavyweight champion and became one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. Throughout his career, Muhammad Ali became famous not only for his victories, but also for his unforgettable personality. He entertained crowds with his humor, confidence, and poetry. His legendary phrase, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, became one of the most recognizable quotes in sports history. Millions admired him because he inspired people to believe in themselves, no matter how impossible the challenge seemed. Ali retired from professional boxing in 1981 with an extraordinary record of 56 wins, 5 losses, and 37 knockouts. He had become a 3-time world heavyweight champion and one of the most celebrated athletes on earth. A few years after retirement, Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a condition that gradually affected his speech and movement. Even though his health declined, his spirit remained unbreakable. He traveled around the world promoting peace, supporting humanitarian causes, visiting hospitals, comforting children, and helping those in need. His kindness earned him even greater respect than his boxing achievements. One of the most emotional moments of his life came during the 1996 Atlanta Olympic Games, when he was chosen to light the Olympic cauldron. Although his hands trembled because of Parkinson's disease, the entire stadium rose to its feet in a standing ovation. It was a powerful reminder that true greatness is measured not only by championships, but also by courage and character. On June 3rd, 2016, Muhammad Ali passed away at the age of 74 after complications from a respiratory illness. Leaders, athletes, celebrities, and millions of fans around the world mourned his passing. His funeral became a global celebration of a life that had inspired generations. Muhammad Ali's story is not simply the story of a boxer. It is the story of a fearless man who stood for justice, defended his beliefs, inspired millions, and proved that true champions are remembered not only for the fights they win, but for the principles they never surrender. His legacy continues to inspire people across the world, reminding us that courage, faith, determination, and compassion can leave an impact far greater than any championship belt. Muhammad Ali will forever be remembered as the greatest.